Welcome back to the JSFL. We're here. Week 1, Sunday football. We got the New York Businessmen headed to Seattle to fight the natives. I'm your commissioner, Josh Wexel, and I'll kick you off your commentators in a second. We're here in Seattle, Week 1 football. And here it comes. Kermit Poe, the MVP of last year, going to be faced against Henry Gurnett and the New York Businessmen. New additions from the Businessmen include Thomas Wagner from Kansas City, the wide receiver. And then they got in the draft Brady Blackburn, third overall pick, a corner. He'll be starting today. And Seattle, some new pickups for them would include tight end Vincent Morgan. He's starting in front of Sheldon Romero, which might come to surprise. But Sheldon Romero will still get his reps in, don't worry. And then I think that's... Oh, and another person from the draft, Angel Washington will start strong safety over Bruce Goodman. But I will see you guys in the next game as I kick it off to your commentators. I almost forgot to say a huge blow to the Seattle's defense. Stephen Hernandez is out till week 8. Stephen Hernandez is out till week 8. It was a huge blow in training camp, and Hernandez is going to miss a lot of the season. So a big hit on that Seattle defense. We'll see how they can perform. But now I'll bring you out to your commentators.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This is taken at his 4. That's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
A whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Receivers for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. When the columnist write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. Now hope they win.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That's good for 28 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 2. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one. Down. And this whole line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Stop the throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive in their plus territory. That part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down, they did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here it's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the big meat on the D line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
You ready? What do you think? Quickly here, that's complete. Reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on and you felt like, hey, this could go quick and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Completion good for 6, and that'll bring up 4. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. It's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Take this across the 25. Extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. Glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
Like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Man on the end route. A good pickup there. First down completion. Just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
He lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
We talked about it.
They like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree, getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him.
Gain of 10 on the Kansas City first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Second and 10. Inside the 30. First down there on a pickup at 25. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. The opening drive march they're on right now.
Game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now. Here it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. What are your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. Here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And a loop to throw. Just inside the 10. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for 6, and that'll bring up 30.
And we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now Harrison Bunker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Offense back out now for first and goal after the successful fake. Back to throw. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because it won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. No run on them. Out of the gun. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Your touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Let's not forget that was all set up on the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
It would have been a complete letdown if the crowd doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive. And that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive. Field goal and raising a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that would have been an 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in early going here, but those kind of runs are going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Backfield, that's complete. That'll be a pickup of just 2. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. O'Donnell, he's on the punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits it to 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here we go. Set. Nice. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. I'm going to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw.
We have seen this before. We know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. What do you think? You get the ball to turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position, after a turnover, I think I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
A fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. A gain of 6. After 1-7-3 the score on EA Sports. And now out of the gun. And will be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, you've got a running back at this size, at these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, as some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Football. I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
When I see a play like that, I come back to it. And I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And out of the gun. He is in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. Combat that. You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first. Give yourself a chance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Very little daylight there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And then out of the gun. Be close to a first down as he runs into right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. It's a punt situation on 4th. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down. But if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Team on now as this one's set away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. His side, they've got the lead. But I think he's not happy with how he's played. That's the bottom line. But how many adjustments need to be made when, bottom line, you're winning?
Yeah, you just trying to play better for yourself, because if you do, then you've got a chance to increase your lead and your team will play better. Look, when you fight your internal battle as a quarterback and you're not playing as well as you want to, just fall back on the old cliche. There's no I in team, but there's definitely one in win.
Davis, yeah, no I in team, but he'll see if he can pick himself up a little bit here on this drive. He'll be upended after a gain of 5 to the 25-yard line.
Success, and this inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He did have a touchdown run earlier, but not a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Chiefs on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Field almost being taken down. They only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up giving over 30 yards.
I know we love our Jets. And pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for.
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline out to that catch. They're fired out. It's a big game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. It's a short one there, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30, it'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now look to throw here on 1st down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And that drop caused a little bit of angst for the play caller, because they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
They just couldn't hang on to the slant. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. He'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it. He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's when your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. We had a field goal range. Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately wanted, and he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. That's Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Ended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured pair on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess that's that as we have things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime.
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
Writing down your...
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gall.
My observation has been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But over the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards in the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for three, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get three, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Get this up to the 30-yard line. It was a gain of 10 on the Kansas City first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, make sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
So first and 10 now from the 30. To throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Let's go. Second and 12. That's complete. Another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Find his man on the outside. 9 there on the first down completion. Boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. Really asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. He goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
With the dive that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And it's kicking away for the second time. And it's out of bounds. We'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is you're playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well. And we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Before the start of the third quarter, the Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This one fielded at the 5. And a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First downs have not come easy. Neither have runs like this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Fighting to stay on his throw and opening, and there he goes. Takes it all the way down to the 3. Big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. The shotgun. Yes. 3 yards out. The Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of who is behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how they play the rest of the game.
On for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The drive there is spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off the Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Parker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. No time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. Try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll give it here to his running back. Pick up about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's like a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. There as they stop and short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And start this drive in the air. They'll try and run it. They'll get 8 on the screen there. Second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for first.
Not too many more ideal situations in second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go. Set. 94. Ready. Back to him on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Gain of 10 of the Kansas City first down.
I'm sure they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, don't be able to keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Minus 59, minus 59. Let's go.
Fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time to run. Yeah, he's going to keep it here. Opted to run for it. The decision again when picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And again, this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This time was pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This is an example of breaking down a defense. These runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Thrown good for 4.
It's second down.
Partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 6. 10-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away
A little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter. Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting Pater. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's certainly taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Yeah. 18 Gator. First down, he'll drop the throw. Quickly here, that's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. An advantage having a elite guy to make a defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. The throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers? You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win? That's what he's done here in this one so far. Running in with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. 2nd and 9 now. That'll be incomplete. Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up. No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He reaches the 8-yard line. To convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the first and goal. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Three red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a fourth on 2nd and goal. They'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there, now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back out.
Touchdown, Kansas City. A 1-yard touchdown reception. The Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved there for sure.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Bucker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play. This passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Go to 15, line 51.
And now out of the gun. Have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
You need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing is thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And get this time to the tailback. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually it's into traffic, and that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
That one will be second down.
Throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
Get it to him, he could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Check.
Now a handoff here. And he's met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Get the football back.
With that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
quarter. Say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday,
which was
also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. I gotta tell you, I am beyond impressed.
And there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2.
Oh, that's one of the warm hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten that down. Second and 2. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third and 11. Deep in their own territory. They look to throw. They're rolling that right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
They watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets. He's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. Hey,
watch the ball.
Now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. Gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling. So they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chiefs on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. To the 34-yard line. That will get for 12 yards into Kansas City first. That was like an example of what you said back in the first half. Running back of this size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team. Because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of him, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down. 4 quarters worth of pounding. And that late in the game, here comes the big guy coming at you. And a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one, despite the heavy workload. For you and I both know. Well conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 2020. Maybe they should have kept it on.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They run it now out of the gun. And he pushes way up to about the 44 here. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
The guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Here, that's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. Yeah, things started out early in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Run it now out of the gun. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were booing Charles by a big second half that put this one on ice.
You get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.